Hi, it's Jennifer again, Cactus Blossom Resale. Like I said in the title, I did go to California and I was visiting my brother. Hi, Doug. And we were there for Thanksgiving. My daughter and I, and my husband and everyone here fended for themselves. Really, actually, they went to my in-laws. So we were there to see Mom and my brothers, and my brother went to work, and I thought, what am I going to do? I mean, I Friday I had my listings on vacation. That's what you should do. So starting Tuesday when we left, they were on vacation. Friday I thought I better put them back online so I can get any sales to ship out Monday. So I called eBay and got that all set up because I only had my phone with me and it just wasn't, the site just wasn't working. So I get those online and I think, well, now what? I cleaned the kitchen after Thanksgiving and thought, well, let's check the Goodwill. But then right when I pull out of my brother's neighborhood, there's this tiny little thrift shop called Los Gatos, which is funny because I live on Los Gatos in Arizona. So we go in there and I find a few really cool things. And I didn't get to list them while I was there because we ended up going home and doing stuff. But I'll show you it. I think it was maybe a retired minister, or he probably passed away. You know, these places, when you see a bunch of books, and obviously the person would be keeping them if they were around. Anyway, let me show you what I got. This one, there was a bunch, and I didn't get all of them. I got one for my brother because he needed one in large print. So I left a few that weren't going to be worthwhile for me to list. So I wanted them to be at least $30 to list. First of all, I got this Holy Bible from ancient Eastern manuscripts, it says. And I guess this is significant also. And it's kind of beat up. It's not totally great, but because it's old, and I'll show you, and there's a tiny bit of writing in it. Not like this other one I have. Lamb's, so it's 1957. See that? So these older ones, if they're out of print, people really want them. And if you think about it, excuse me, people that are going to school to be a minister, they might want the different translations and different study Bibles. So I found another one, and this one's bonded leather, which the genuine leather that's soft is better. And if you know anything about Bibles, they're very expensive when you buy them in the store. So I got this Thompson Chain Reference Bible. They're normally really expensive, and this is a little bit older one. It's from the 60s, but this person wrote all over it, all their notes. And I've written notes in mine before, but woo, a lot of notes. I don't know if I took pictures of that second page, because I already, I listed these. So this one's copyright 1964. And there's these areas here to write notes. And that's really cool to have, but it also has, I don't know what you call it, things about the scriptures or whatever. And it has all this index and has oops, something popped up, some special index. And it had some, oh, yeah, the spine's a little messed up. So whenever you list these, you really want to show that. And things like all the writing, because they can still use the actual book. I mean, it's not like it's going to be a gift to someone. All right, and if you don't know to look for plush, now my daughter was like, oh, let's look at all the stuffed animals, and I'm looking for like American Girl dolls and things that are really expensive. So we find this, and we thought, oh, that's cool. And you want to look for weird things that are a little off the wall. It's not your typical teddy bear. This is from the let me say it right. World Wildlife Fund by Gund. Gund is a really good brand of plush. But this one's called the Blue-Footed Booby. Yep. It's weird, but you know, as far as animals go, it's pretty cool. I saw them selling on the completeds $15 to $30, so I listed it at $30 because you really just don't want to undercut everyone. It's in good condition. I have a handling time of 1 day. I have 100% positive feedback, so why not? Okay. Something else I found in California. My brother wanted this, so Doug, sorry. It's too little. Is that cool or what? It's a jersey. It looks vintage because look at the tag. It's like really old looking tag. I don't know if you saw that. Let me see. Okay, you can't see what I'm doing. But it has this, everything's sewn on. And it just had, this is sewn on. I don't think, that's just fuzz. But it had that tiny hole right there. And I took a close-up photo of that. You really need to do that. It was a little tiny dot in the back. But anyway, got this for like, I didn't say what I listed those Bibles. I think one I did, that red one, the manuscript, ancient Egypt manuscripts, $90. And the other one I think I listed for $50. And I have a tip about that I'm experimenting with. In just a minute, I'll tell you. The jersey I listed for $50, I believe. Did I tell you the other thing? Well, that's all I told you. All right. Is that all I got? Okay, so I went to Target today, and I'm getting to the big bolo item. This isn't it. It was on clearance for $4 something. And you should check the clearance aisles in Target. Don't grab just anything because it sells. You really need to look up and be like, this is can I sell it for $26, free shipping or plus shipping? Then I'll make at least like $15 on it. And if my math is wrong, I'm not a math person. That's why I sell on eBay. My husband does the taxes. Anyway, yeah, so I got these. I got like 3 of them, and I thought, well, we'll see if they sell. And I leave the tag on a couple. If it doesn't work out, I can return it in a little bit. So that's good about buying at Target. It's kind of cool looking. But they were selling, so I saw them consistently selling. Now, if they're not consistently selling, forget it. Okay? So here is what people are going bananas about. Prongles. Now they're Pringles, but I don't think they're actually Pringles. They're made by some Prongles. They're made by some other company. Someone said from Australia, but they're called crisps. I don't know. It's just like a label that's over this. Like, see there? Another one that's almost coming off, which that's not cool, but this label is just over. See where it's wrinkled there? It's just over like a can of chips. But these have to do with, I looked it up, Cards Against Humanity. They're having some new like offshoot thing, and it's called Prongles. So anyway, I went on brickseek.com to see who had them. That's step 1. See who has them in stock. They'll say in stock, no stock, but it didn't say how many like it does with Walmart. And then you can click on see in Target. So that showed me how many there were at stores, but it's kind of deceptive because people could have walked in and bought stuff, and I find that they kind of try to not sell them. I don't know. Some employees there, they play God with the inventory. I have no idea why. So I go into my local one, and I'm not going to lie, we're in like a nicer neighborhood, and I don't know why there's less. Anyway, there's not out there, and I asked someone, where are Prongles? And they're like, what are Prongles? And, okay, so Cards Against Humanity, this is new, and they're like, is it near the cards? I don't know. Anyway, they were near the Pringles, so, but they weren't there. So he asks in the back, and they're like, there's a pricing discrepancy, and it's like, can I buy them? Not now. When can I buy them? Well, maybe in a few days. Well, forget it. So I go to another one, and I get, this one can is out near the Pringles, and it's 19 cents. Yes! So I get that one, And I go home. And I thought, you know, I'm going to see if I can buy them online and pick them up in the store. So I did that. There was one like 10 miles away from me. I went to see how many I could get. So I buy 14 at $3 each, which I'll still make a little bit off them because 2 of these they're selling for like $24.99, free shipping. So that would be $6. So I'd still make something. I thought, but they're selling for 19 cents each. I can see if I can get that. So after my kid get out of school, which is hours later, I go to pick it up. And I show them my receipt with the 19 cents for the one can. They're like, oh, well, we don't price match online. No. And I was like, okay. So I go and I'm like, well, maybe they have some still on the shelf because I don't think I bought them all. I go to the back and there's some young guy, not a supervisor, right? And just doing his job. And I'm like, do you have any more of these? And, oh, yeah, we have 10. I said, well, can I get them? All of them? Yes, all of them. So he goes back and brings out a case and then 2 more. I was like, yes. They ring up 19 cents each. So I get my receipt and I go to customer service. I'm like, oh, well, let me back up. The lady's like, oh, well, I said, why are they $3 here and not 19 cents like the other store? Well, we don't have the same as other stores. Maybe they're doing better here and not as good there. So they clearance them. I was like, oh, all right. Buy it, you know, I didn't know. So then when I found out, I was like, I want them for 19 cents. So I go back to customer service with my receipt and I said, look, they're 19 cents at your store. I want to return these and rebuy them, but don't put them back in stock because I want them. And the guy, he's like, do you have your email? That is your receipt. And I didn't have it yet. I don't know why I don't have it yet, but they said, wait till tomorrow when you have your receipt, and then you can come in, and you don't have to bring all the Prongles. So come in and they'll do a return, and you'll buy them right there for 19 cents. So I'm hoping and praying that that is the case, because I really don't want to pay $3 each when I just got them for 19 cents. The moral of the story, don't buy them online. I would check on Target.com to see where they are in stock. Go to the store and ask very nicely. I would ask just a random employee first that works in that department, not the supervisor, because I don't know why, but they're like, oh no, we can't. They have them in the back. I don't know why. At least here in Arizona, they're not out on stock. There's nothing gross on here. I mean, it has like the CHA right there. It's nothing wrong with it. Maybe because they're on clearance. I don't know. But ask a random employee. And then if they don't know, if they call on the radio, it's like, it's over. But I would bring the UPC because the first guy didn't know. So the UPC is that right there. 817246020170. That's what you're going to use to look them up on BrickSeek. And you can give that to an employee, and he can punch it into his little handheld thing, and he can tell you how many are in the back, and send him to get them in the back. Just really be nice. If you're a jerk, they'll be like, forget it, I'm getting paid $10 an hour, right? And the supervisors, you think about it, they have even less time to deal with this. I mean, they're supposed to make you happy, but, you know, why should they go out of their way to go in the back and get stuff that's on clearance? So just ask nicely and try to get them in the store, not online, or you're going to go through the rigmarole that I have to try to do tomorrow to get them for 19 cents. Although they'll still sell, just I want to get the most money for them. Okay, so that's the end of my thing. I will do some other videos about basic stuff about listing on eBay, but feel free to ask me and subscribe. I promise to do a few more videos than I have been because I haven't been doing hardly any. All right. Thanks so much and have a great evening. Bye.